Okay, the Lovers card has been showing itself to me for the past 2 days. So we're going to start with this and we are going to pull some cards for this love connection. Maybe 2 days is significant. Maybe you're hearing from your person in 2 days. Maybe you're going to be seeing your person in 2 days. Maybe it's going to be 2 days that it takes for this person to realize something very special or significant about your connection. Whatever it is, someone definitely has their eye on you. I'm also hearing eye on the prize or eyes on the prize. So somebody is viewing you as the prize as well here. So we do have the Page of Swords, the Fool, and Judgment card. Yeah, I feel like the way that this person is viewing you at this time is very carefree, very enlightened, and also very serious about your work or the way that you're showing up in your life. I don't know why, but I just have the feeling that like this person is suddenly going to take you more serious than they did before. So whatever choice you made or whatever you've done as of late, it's definitely changing the way that this person thinks about you. Like I'm hearing someone's changing their mind about you. And the Four of Wands and the Four of Cups. This is everything. But when this card shows up, it does feel like forward movement, like you're making leaps and bounds towards something very powerful. It also is like prize, energy, value, abundance. It's like good things coming in, good energy. And so it feels like you and someone are going to be entering into this really powerful time of love for the both of you. Also, I feel like this person wants to show you off. Like that's the energy I'm getting from this Four of Wands. Like this person really just wants to get carried away with you within this connection, or they want you to like show them your world. This is somebody who really desires to learn more about all of the ways in which they can love you. Oh, yes. And with the Four of Cups, yeah, you've been in this period of waiting. You've really been in this period of waiting, and also trusting is what's coming through. Now, you've been putting in work on yourself. Good job. Keep going. Don't stop. That's amazing. When this person does, I feel like what's capturing this person's attention is the fact that it's showing, like the work that you're putting in on yourself. It's showing up in the way that you show up in this world. And the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so something significant within this connection might be there's like someone who isn't exactly available to you in the ways that you really wish they were. And there's something about this that's like very triggering to you, or something that you've experienced in the past with someone else. It almost gives me like self-isolation vibes. Like maybe you kind of pull yourself away from this person or shut this person out. You're not going to get away. Like you're not going to be able to get away with that, because this is somebody who's literally going to like wait for you to, it's like they're going to wait for you to reveal yourself is what's coming through with the Hanged Man. They're going to wait for you to make that choice is also what's coming through. I don't know. It just gives me like, I don't know why Marilyn Monroe just came to mind, but with the Five of Cups coming in, I feel like you have a lot of options at this time. And maybe that's something that you don't even realize, but Spirit wants you to realize this, is that you literally have options. Divine Spirit, what do we need to know about what this person is currently thinking about you, about this connection? Ten of Swords. I feel like, I don't know, they feel like you're out of their reach for some reason is what's coming through with the Nine of Wands and Eight of Wands. They feel like almost, I don't want to say, like they feel like you're just a very powerful being. And I almost feel like they're sizing themselves up to like see, or like they're asking themselves like, can I be this for this person? Also, I'm being shown that like they have a lot of things going on in their personal life, their work life, their career life. But what is coming through is that they do wonder about you. Like you are not lost on this person. You definitely crossed their mind. So if you feel called to dive into this connection any further, I offer readings through my website if you click the link in my bio. I'm receiving a channeled message right now. Don't mind Sammy. Expect answers is literally the message that is being placed on my heart right now. Expect answers to all of your questions. Expect to have truth revealed to you. Expect to have trust built or rebuilt within yourself. Expect to see plans turn into actions, turn into manifestations, come to fruition. Expect, not the unexpected, expect what is expected. Expect the work you put in to come to fruition. Answers will be received. You're going to be receiving the answers to something. Truth being revealed, truth being revealed. It's almost as if like someone can't help but share something with you. Like someone is coming forward and they literally like are being guided to share this truth with you. No more hidden secrets is what I'm being told. No more second guessing, no more playing games. Somebody's getting very serious about you is what's coming through. Why are they being led to get serious about you? Somebody, like the cat's out of the bag is the message coming through. Oh, maybe that's why Samuel's just like all over me now. He's disappeared. The cat's out of the bag. They can't keep this a secret any longer, is what I'm being told. I have to let you know how I feel about you, is the message coming through from this person. I have to let you know how I feel. It's almost as if like this person is trying to keep their cool about something, but it's not working anymore. Like, I don't know. It feels like they're almost against the time clock is what's coming through. Like they feel like you're slipping. It's like, I'm hearing this person say, I can't do this without you. You've had a very strong impact on someone's life. In a small amount of time is what I'm being told as well. Treasure. They see you as a treasure. Something about the way that this person sees you, or they see your value. And I'm hearing expect this communication in the next 2 to 3 days. If you do feel called to dive in further to your connection, I offer a personal reading, so you can click the link in my bio. All truth will be revealed.
Beloved soul, before you leave, don't let this moment become just another video you watched. If something stirred in your heart today, that's not by accident. It may be the very reminder your soul has been waiting for. Right now, speak these words over your life with faith. I am chosen. I am deeply loved. I am not forgotten. God's hand is upon my life. My love is being guided by heaven, and my story is still unfolding according to his perfect plan. Don't say it only once. Say it until the fear begins to lose its grip. Say it until hope rises higher than your doubts. Say it until your heart remembers what heaven has known about you all along. You were never abandoned, never overlooked, and never beyond God's reach. Carry this promise with you when the days feel uncertain. Return to it whenever your faith feels weak. The God who began this story in your life has not walked away, and he is not finished writing your testimony. If this message touched your heart, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you love. Somewhere, someone is quietly losing hope, wondering if anyone sees their pain or if God still remembers them. Your share could become the answer to a prayer they whispered through tears. And if the Lord places it on your heart to help us continue sharing these faith-filled messages with people around the world, you can support this ministry through a super thanks. Whether your gift is $5, $20, or whatever God leads you to give. Every offering becomes part of bringing hope to another hurting heart. May the Lord bless your generosity beyond anything you could imagine. Later. May He restore what has been lost, open doors no one can shut, fill your home with His peace, and answer the deepest prayers you've carried in silence. Thank you for helping us build a community where faith grows stronger, hope is restored, and hearts are reminded every day that they are deeply loved by God. There is a specific moment when feelings become impossible to contain. Not the moment they first arrive. That one is usually manageable. The initial feeling, however strong, still exists in private, still belongs entirely to the person experiencing it, can still be tended and managed and kept behind whatever wall a careful person has learned to maintain between what they feel and what the world gets to see. That first moment is private and therefore, however overwhelming, controllable. This is the other moment, the one that comes later. When the feeling has been growing in private for long enough that the container built to hold it is no longer adequate. When every interaction, every thought, every moment of distance from the person who've caused the feeling adds pressure rather than releasing it. When the effort required to keep composure, to appear unaffected, to play it cool, to give away only the carefully measured fraction of what is actually happening inside, becomes more exhausting than the vulnerability of simply saying the truth. That moment is here for this person right now. About you. You have been doing something. Maybe you know what it is, and maybe you do not, but something in how you have been showing up recently. In your life, in yourself, in the specific and visible way that genuine inner work eventually translates into outer presence, has landed on this person like a shift in temperature. Something changed in how they see you, not subtly, significantly. The version of you that exists now in this specific season of becoming is registering in them differently than the version they encountered before. They are taking you more seriously. That phrase carries more weight than it might initially seem to, because it means that whatever impression they had formed, whatever mental category they had quietly placed you in, whatever level of attention they had decided you warranted, that category is being revised upward. Their mind is changing about you in real time. And the experience of having your mind changed about someone you were already drawn to is not a gentle recalibration. It is a more forceful thing. It arrives with a quality of recognition, of having underestimated something important that tends to produce urgency. They do not want to miss this. The other thing happening in this person's interior world, the thing that is creating even more pressure than the changed perception, is the growing and increasingly undeniable sense that you are not waiting around, that you have options, that the window of time in which they can move at their comfortable, carefully managed pace is narrower than they initially believed. You are not sitting in suspension, holding your life in a parenthesis while they decide what they want to do. You are living, growing, becoming more of yourself with every day that passes. And that becoming is attractive not just to them, but to others. Your energy is not going unnoticed by the world, and they are aware of that. Not with the toxic possessiveness of someone who wants to control your options, but with the very human awareness of someone who looks at what they almost took for granted and feels the first real edge of what it would mean to lose it. They see you as the prize. That is the energy arriving clearly and without ambiguity. Not just someone they are interested in. The prize. The thing worth more than the comfort of staying guarded. Worth more than the safety of moving slowly. Worth more than whatever they have been protecting themselves from by not fully committing to what they feel. But there is something in this story that needs to be named honestly, because it is the complicating layer beneath all of the forward momentum. You have been pulling back, maybe not dramatically, maybe not in a way that is fully conscious or deliberate, but there is a tendency in you when something in the dynamic does not give you the full availability you need to retreat, to self-protect, to close the door slightly and wait behind it, or to close it more fully and tell yourself that this is wisdom rather than fear. This tendency is understandable. It was built in good faith from the very reasonable evidence of past experiences where opening fully and being unavailable to the right degree coincided badly, where the vulnerability was extended and then not met, where you learned in the specific way that the body learns things rather than the mind, that partial availability from the other person is signal worth responding to by protecting yourself. But here is what this person is doing that is different from what the past trained you to expect. They are waiting. Not giving up. Not interpreting your closing as the end of something and moving on. Waiting with the particular patience of someone who understands that what is being revealed happens at the pace of genuine trust rather than the pace of want, and who is willing to honor that pace because what they feel is real enough to deserve that kind of respect. They are not going anywhere, and the patience they are demonstrating right now is not nothing. It is one of the most sincere forms of love available. There is a lot happening in this person's life right now. Work, personal navigation, the particular fullness of someone who is moving through their own season of change. They are not always available in the ways that would feel best to you. And that unavailability has likely activated something old. The familiar feeling of being lower on someone's list of priorities than your heart needs you to be. But here is the distinction worth making. With as much care as possible, they are busy. They are not absent. You cross their mind regularly. With a weight and a frequency that would probably surprise you if you could see it. In the middle of all of it, the work demands and the personal navigations and then the ongoing business of their full and complicated life, you are present. You surface. Not as an afterthought, but as something that genuinely occupies a part of their awareness that does not go quiet simply because their external circumstances are loud. You have not been lost on them, not for a single day. Here is the insight that I think reframes the entire arc of this story, the one that changes how this particular waiting period feels when you finally let it land. The work you have been doing on yourself has not been separate from this love story. It has been the love story. Everything you have invested in your own becoming, the healing, the growth, the choosing of yourself in the small and unglamorous ways that compound into genuine transformation has been visible. It has been registering, not just to this person, but to the field around you, which is responding to the shift in who you are by shifting in what it is sending toward you. The season of waiting that has felt from the inside like nothing happening was everything happening. The version of you that will step into what is arriving is the version being built right now, in the discipline of continuing when it would be easier to stop, in the trust of remaining open when closing would be more comfortable. You have been building the person who deserves what is coming, and what is coming knows it. And what is coming has a timeline now, not the vague eventually that hope tends to operate on when it does not have specific information. Days. 2 to 3 day, the energy suggests, before the communication arrives that answers what you have been carrying, because this person can no longer keep what they feel to themselves. The attempt to maintain composure has been failing for a while. It is just that the failure has been mostly internal until now. They have been trying to play it cool with feelings that do not have any interest in being played cool with. Trying to manage the expression of something that has exceeded the management capacity available to them. The cat is out of the bag. That is the specific phrase arriving and is exactly right. Whatever careful containment they had been exercising around what they feel is no longer functioning. The feeling is pressing through, not because they have decided to be vulnerable, but because the alternative has become impossible. You cannot maintain composure around something that has grown this significant. Eventually, the weight of the unexpressed truth becomes greater than the fear of expressing it. What they need to say has been sitting in them, forming itself into words that keep not quite making it out. The message that is waiting to be delivered is something close to, I cannot do this without you. I have to let you know how I feel. Not as a casual declaration. As the honest, slightly terrified, finally unavoidable admission of someone who looked at their life and could not find a version of it that felt right without you in it. Who reached the specific threshold where saying nothing is no longer neutral, where silence has become its own kind of loss. They see you as a treasure. That is not flattery dressed up as insight. It is the genuine experience of someone who has been in proximity to what you carry and understands with a clarity that has only deepened over time how rare it is, how much it is worth, how foolish it would be to let it slip away through inaction or through the pride of pretending not to feel what they clearly, obviously, undeniably feel. You, yes, you, who has been waiting with more grace than you have probably given yourself credit for, are about to receive answers. Not partial ones. Not the carefully managed version that gives enough to satisfy without committing to anything real. The full truth arriving because it cannot be held back any longer from a person who has discovered that the cost of staying quiet has finally exceeded the cost of speaking. Expect it. Not with anxious monitoring, with the open, grounded expectation of someone who has done the work, who has remained present through the complexity, who has continued becoming more of themselves even when the connection did not give them every reason to. The answers are coming. The truth is coming. The person who has been sizing themselves up against what they think you deserve, who has been privately asking themselves whether they can be enough for someone like you, is coming forward with the answer they have arrived at. And the answer is yes, they have decided, and you are about to find out